Hey everyone, my name is Mike, and this is the unedited full Elerethe Renferal mythic kill from my guild. So I'll start off with some of the strats and then go into my thoughts on the fight. So in phase 1, we start off by tanking it as far to the edge as we can. We have the links go on either side of the boss. We had the tanks on the left, my left, and the DPS and whatever on the right. And then when the boss goes up, we all stay and wait for that big green circle to come up. No one runs early besides the necrotic venom people. If the green circle is targeted on them, we just wipe it because that's just really unlucky. Didn't happen a lot, but that's what we would do. And then we'd go to this opposite side as far back as we can. Again, wait for the big green circle to come out. And then as soon as it came out, we'd run to the middle, and then we'd reposition in the middle with our backs to the wall for the pushback. The necrotic venom we only ever put basically on the side with the eggs, which is where you're seeing them being put right now. We don't really use that side at all. We only use the one wall, which you'll see us go to in a second. We keep that side of the room clear, but by the eggs up to basically where we are now, that's all free game for necrotic venom. The necrotic venoms, I think the third set, this set right here, they have to run out because they'll die to this one-shot mechanic here. And actually, one of the things in this video, luckily, I'm linked with one of my raid members, and the thing about link is that it splits the damage between you and the person you're linked with. So if, for example, me, I'm a warrior, so I have like a defensive cooldown, but some people might not have that great of a defensive cooldown to use. So it's really important that both people, if possible, but at least one person use a defensive cooldown to reduce the amount of damage you're taking, especially if the other person is really slow. They don't have like a heroic leap or like a teleport or something, because they're going to take damage from that one-shot ability. And having the damage reduction really makes it so you guys gives you a better chance of staying alive. To be honest, we had a lot of wipes where people would die to that. But this is that pushback I was talking about. We just put our backs to the wall. The pushback's not even that big of a deal. It's just more for healing. We face the boss away from the raid so that the feathers spawn here, not in the wall. We had a few of them glitched before, so it wasn't really helpful. And the tornadoes we put off to the side. We only have one set of tornadoes, not that big of a deal. In crossing the bridge, we always have a warlock. We've been lucked out and have a warlock, so having that teleporter is super, super helpful. If we ever didn't, it would kind of suck because we would just take more damage, but we always have that, at least one warlock for that teleport in particular. When we get to this side, we put all the bugs are killed by the people that picked up feathers on the first platform, so that's over by green. I think that's behind me in the video right now, so where the bridge ends, it's over there. We kill all the bugs there. That's where our necrotic venoms will typically go. Purple will put basically where the boss is facing right now, in that corner, basically where you come into the room. And the tornadoes do move around a lot, unfortunately, and on Mythic, you're pretty much guaranteed to get those green swirlies. So as best as you can, try to stack up the purple tornadoes and make sure that the necrotic venoms are as far away from them as possible, but you're probably going to get the green swirlies. As soon as the first violent winds comes out in this phase, we pop all our offensive cooldowns, lust or heroism if you're alliance, and we just burn the boss as best as we can. The violent winds, we have one tank take it. I know paladins, I was told, can just not die to it ever because they have so many different defensive cooldowns, but we had, I believe, I want to say every single time it was our monk who would just taunt him away from the raid, and then he would pop defensive cooldowns to try to stay alive, but if he didn't, we would just res him. So like I said in the TLDR, this really makes it so that your raid has to play perfectly for this. So that was just our strat. That's what we found best. We tried a few times stacking up as a raid to kind of split the damage, which is I think what you're supposed to do, but we just kept dying to that and we didn't know how to figure that out, so we just like, screw it, let's just have one guy take it, die if needed, and then just peace. So again, when she goes back to spider form, it's basically the exact same fight. We just wait for the green circle to come out and then move because we don't want it to go randomly in a place we don't know where it's going to be. So we wait for the big green circle to come out and then we move. Necrotic venom, again, I think the third necrotic venom, I believe, is the one that has to run out early because it will start spawning the green stuff before the green circle comes out. But every other one you can just wait for the big green circle to come out. And once again, like I said, you're going to get those green swirlies and whatnot, and you just have to avoid it as best as you can. There's a lot of damage going out in this phase, a lot of places you can't stand. The platform, really quickly, you lose space. So and at one point we had it, on one of the pulls, we had it that all the purple tornadoes basically made their way over to where we are now, so we just flipped the boss. moved her to the opposite side where purple is right now and tanked her there for a bit. You just gotta be positionally aware on this fight. It's very important that you guys, if you know you're going to get cornered or you already are cornered, move like immediately. Like this isn't that big of a DPS check, so move. Like you have the time, you have the resources to do it. You need to move immediately. So very important that you are spatially aware of where you're tanking this fight. Because if you get cornered, if you get trapped, then you're done for. You're screwed. So before platform 3, there's I think there's one pushback ability, which is where we pop like a lot of raid cooldowns because we don't have a wall to stick to, and we're getting pushed into tornadoes, we're getting pushed into the green stuff. So we popped a lot of defensive cooldowns and then tried to survive. And then moving to the 3rd platform, I don't think we had a second warlock on this fight, but if you have a second warlock, again, a teleporter is so helpful for that bridge. But if you don't, just be really careful, because this bridge is where we went from having 20 people alive to like 10 every single time we've killed this. So be very, very careful. Again, anyone who picks up a feather needs to be killing those ads basically right at the end of the bridge, like we're doing right now. We have no DPS on them unless all of our feathers have missed an ad or something like that. We just move Twisting Shadows off to a side, Necrotic Venom off to a side, and then we just try our best to kill the boss before she goes into the spider form, I believe. Yeah, spider forms, because basically our strat here was to kill it before spider form because we didn't want to have to deal with those eggs breaking and one-shotting us, and we had enough DPS to do that, so we never got to deal with those eggs breaking, never had to deal with that mechanic. We just tunneled the boss. My quick opinion on this fight, since I've kind of covered all the strat, is I love this fight mechanically. I think this is the only fight so far that has multiple new mechanics and multiple different new ways you have to deal with this fight. Like every platform has something new, and I love that. I love that so far that this is the only fight that doesn't have just one new mechanic that's heroic plus this. Like yes, there is heroic mechanics on this fight, but every single mythic mechanic is unique, and it's awesome, and I really like this fight. So overall, I would say out of all the mythic fights, out of the how many fights have I done? 4 out of 7? 5 out of 7? Yeah, out of the 5 out of the 7 fights I have experienced, 4 out of 7 I've killed. This one takes the cake so far. It's the best one, the most fun, the most mechanics, most mythic feeling fight. So that was Mythic Elerethe Renferal. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comments. I will see you in the next video. Love you. Have a great day. Bye.